All right. Let me tell you something, people. Age is just a number, but those numbers sure know how to throw a punch. Ever wondered how life transforms from your 20s to your 30s? It's like going from a wild jungle safari to a Zen garden retreat. Both are epic in their own way. Let's dive into the hilarious and inspiring differences between being a 20-something and, well, a seasoned pro. Okay, so you're in your 20s, you're young, you're invincible. You think you can conquer the world one all-nighter at a time. You're out there like a wild stallion, club hopping, bar crawling, dancing on tables. You're a party animal, a social butterfly, a master of the night. But then you hit 30. Bam! Suddenly, the thought of a crowded club gives you a headache. You'd rather chill on your couch in your pajamas, binge watching Netflix with a glass of wine. The only dancing you're doing is the electric slide to the refrigerator at 2 a.m. Don't even get me started on hangovers. Remember those? Yeah, in your 30s, a hangover lasts for like a week. I'm not kidding, a whole week. In your 20s, you're running on fumes, coffee, energy drinks, the sheer will to party till dawn. You can pull all-nighters and still function, kind of, the next day. Sleep? What sleep? You're too busy living your best life. Fast forward to your 30s, and you're like a phone with a dying battery. You wake up tired, you need a nap after lunch, and by 8 p.m., you're already checking out the inside of your eyelids. You become best friends with your pillow, and the only thing you're running on is fumes from that lavender essential oil you use to try and stay awake past 9 p.m. Alright, so, you graduate college, you're ready to take on the world, right? You're gonna be a millionaire by 30, you're gonna have it all figured out. You're sending out resumes with titles like CEO of Awesomeness and Head Honcho of Making It Big. You're young, you're ambitious, you're delusional. Then reality hits you harder than a runaway shopping cart on Black Friday. You're working a 9-to-5, you're paying bills, and that dream job seems further away than ever. Suddenly, you're just happy to have a job with dental. And that corner office, please, you'd settle for a cubicle with a window? Chapter 4, Dating. From fireworks to Netflix and chill. Literally. Dating in your 20s is like an episode of The Bachelor. Everyone's young, everyone's looking good, and everyone's got options. You're swiping right, you're going on dates, you're falling in and out of love faster than you can say ghosting. It's a whirlwind of excitement, drama, and questionable decisions. Fast forward to your 30s, and the dating game has changed. You're not looking for a wild ride anymore. You're looking for someone to ride shotgun on the long, boring road trip of life. You'd rather stay in and watch Netflix with someone who makes you laugh than go out to a club and try to impress someone who probably won't text you back. And ghosting? Please, you're just happy if they text you back within a reasonable time frame. Chapter 5. From Entourage to Inner Circle. Your 20s are all about quantity over quality when it comes to friends. You've got your party crew, your work friends, your gym buddies, your online friends. You collect friends like they're going out of style. You're the mayor of your own personal social network. But then you hit your 30s, and your friend group shrinks faster than your jeans after a Thanksgiving feast. You realize that you don't need 100 friends. You just need a few good ones who you can count on, who've seen you at your best and your worst and probably have photographic evidence of both. Chapter 6. Spending spree to savings account. What's that? In your 20s, you're making it rain. You've got your first real job, you've got money in the bank, kind of, and you're spending it like there's no tomorrow. New clothes? Check. Fancy dinners? Check. Spontaneous trips? Double check. You're living your best life, one credit card swipe at a time. But then you hit your 30s, and suddenly, you're worried about things like retirement plans and mortgage payments. You start clipping coupons, you discover the joy of a good sale, and you realize that maybe, just maybe, you should have started saving a little earlier. Okay, so, remember when you could eat an entire pizza by yourself and not gain a pound? Yeah, those were the good old days. In your 20s, you could practically live off of ramen noodles and energy drinks, and your metabolism would just be like, yeah, whatever, I can handle it. But then you hit your 30s, and your metabolism takes an extended vacation to a remote island with no cell service. Suddenly you gain weight just by looking at a slice of cake. You start eating salads, you join a gym, and actually go sometimes, and you realize that maybe, just maybe, those late-night pizza binges weren't the best idea. Chapter 8. Roommates to retreat. Give me my space. In your 20s, roommates are a necessary evil. They're cheaper than living alone, and let's be honest, sometimes you just need someone to talk to at 3 a.m. after a long night out. You're sharing a bathroom, you're sharing a kitchen, you're sharing your life stories, whether they want to hear them or not. But then you hit your 30s, and suddenly, the thought of sharing your living space with another human being makes you want to crawl under a rock and hide. You crave your own space, your own bathroom, your own peace and quiet. Chapter 9. From FOMO to nah, I'm good. In your 20s, you suffer from a serious case of FOMO, fear of missing out. You say yes to every party, every event, every opportunity, even if it means you're going to be exhausted and broke the next day. You're young, you're free, and you're determined to experience it all. But then you hit your 30s, and suddenly staying in on a Friday night sounds like a dream come true. You've already experienced it all, or at least most of it, and you're perfectly content with a quiet night in with a good book, a glass of wine, and maybe some Netflix. Chapter 10. The 20s versus the 30s. Who won? So there you have it, folks. The hilarious truth about life in your 20s versus your 30s. It's a wild ride, full of ups and downs, twists and turns, and unexpected detours. But one thing's for sure, it's never boring. Your 20s are like a roller coaster. Exhilarating, a little bit scary, and you might throw up at the end. Your 30s are more like a luxury sedan. Comfortable, reliable, and you might fall asleep at the wheel if you're not careful. But hey, that's life, right? It's all about embracing the journey, laughing at the craziness, and learning to appreciate each stage for what it is. Outro. So, there you have it, the hilarious truth about life in your 20s versus your 30s. Which side are you on? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more hilarious content. We're always here to make you laugh. Because laughter is the best medicine, especially when you're dealing with those first few gray hairs. Until next time, stay young at heart, even if your body's begging you to take a nap.